What do we tell our friends?
May you poop on warm sand.
That's right. And what about them kids?
You kids, get off my lawn.
And what should we really do?
Hold onto your butts.
Because
You die. She dies. Everybody dies.
that's why. So we're gonna play some more Skyrim today. I finished my chores this morning, so it's about 15 minutes to noon in the time zone I'm in. So not bad. Got a bunch of work done in the morning. Now we're going to play some Skyrim. I do have to barbecue tonight, so I'll probably be cutting out, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's going to take me about an hour to cook up a couple of ball tips. But man, they're so good. They're a roast about that big. And I just sear the crap out of them on the barbecue and then move them off to the side. Close the lid at about 375 and flip them every 15 minutes for an hour. And they come out so freaking good. I got to be careful when I cut them on the cutting board because the juices will run off the cutting board. I actually have to like set up a little dam of paper towels to catch all the drippings. they're that juicy. So yeah, really good stuff. Making me hungry just thinking about it. But that's for dinner tonight. We'll have that with some potato salad and maybe some corn on the cob. That sounds pretty good. So that's probably what we're doing for dinner. She looks like she's going to cheat you, doesn't she? She's totally going to cheat you. So we are doing Wrath of Nature is kind of what we're doing. And we've already gotten the wolf. And we're going after the tiger. So the tiger is down by Dragon Bridge, I think. Yeah, it's up here by Triple Way and Secret Nest. So it's up over here. So let's put a marker there, and then we're going to head off in that direction and see what kind of things we can get into on the way. This means we're going this way. Looks like we're heading for the Wainin Stones. We are a little cold, so why don't we summon our hot girlfriend. She'll warm us up. We're going kind of that way. So we'll see, you know, there's 4 of them. So there's the wolf, the tiger, the bear, and the spriggan, I think. And then you do the other part of the quest, the extension for it, and you get to meet somebody who is a hey, how you doing? Anyhow, he teaches you how to become like a slaughterfish and a spider and a like a wasp and something else. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Hey, what is the toggleable visual mod that makes stuff look better? Toggleable visual mod that makes stuff look better. Are you talking about EMB? So if I hit caps and enter, That's the EMB. So it's called Enhanced Natural Beauty. There are lots of different versions of it. People like, we actually want that on. Those are moon rays. So we need to save this. But that moon rays are good, good. Why? Why are we playing? Because we want to. Okay, so that's saved, but if we turn that off and we do this, that's without EMB. And actually it's not that bad. Even without the EMB. And you're going to get much better frame rate. But you're going to miss out on things like parallax textures. You're going to miss out on things like the moon rays. Reflections, detailed shadows. So when you turn it on and reflect and what they call particle lighting, right? So particle lights it sends out particles to actually bounce off of other things. Currently playing Lorim. Must say you love it, but it's big, but I love having nice armors for females as well. Some nice followers, whilst Lorim has absolutely everything. Biggie Boss did a great job with Lorim. I can't say anything bad. I actually have Lorim installed on my system too. Okay. But I don't want to play a Requiem list. I'm not a big fan of the slower combat. It does not have that. Visually great, but I miss like added armors and followers. Okay, well, did Biggie leave any room to add anything into it? Yeah, the EMB that I'm really EMBs. Okay, let me answer the EMB question first. EMBs depend on what weather mod you're using. So if you're using, I'm using something that's based on Obsidian weathers. So I got Rudy's EMB for Obsidian weathers. So you have to think about what weather mod are you using, because EMBs are pretty much built around the weather mod you're going to use. So you'll find ones for cathedral weathers, you'll find one for azurite weathers, you'll find ones for, you know, like I said, Obsidian, like I'm using. Or Nat3. Nat3 is another very popular weather mod. So you'll find EMBs pre-made for those. You could add some stuff, but Lorum is hard to add to because it really can mess your mod list. Well, hey, this isn't housework. Yeah, I finished the housework. The room's clean. Smells great in here. Clean the bathroom, clean the bedroom. That's enough for today. I'm not doing the yard work. Delete your save and download a new mod list. Requiem is hard. Well, my list isn't easy. Okay, I'm level 61 and I still get my ass handed to me. I still die. Okay, at level 61. And you're talking like I've got some skills that are up at 100. So my destruction's at 60, but if you come over here, my smithing's at 100, my two-handed's at 100, my one-handed's at 100, my archery's at 100, my light armor's at 132, my sneak's at 95, and I still get my ass handed to me. So it's just hard in a different way. Add mods at your own risk, yes. But what I can tell you is a lot of the armor mods are not going to interfere with the mod list. They're not adding scripts, they're only meshes and textures. So armor mods are probably one of the safest things you can add. And if they're marked as ESL, they're even better because they're not going to take an ESP slot. Try to add something that's, some of them, like some of the BDOR armors, you have to use add item menu. Kirax's, you don't. Kirax actually has, he's got a complete collection for female and a complete collection for male. That have recipes for creating them. So you don't need to add item menu them. Ton of options for new players, yeah. Run, creator, and synthesis to add anything with Lorim. Well, that I don't know. Synthesis, I doubt. With armor mod, I really doubt you have to add to rerun synthesis. I doubt it. But I don't know what synthesis patches Big is using. There might be, if there's one that adds stuff to level lists or whatever, yeah, I could see you might have to rerun it. But I really doubt it. I mean, like I said, armor mods are probably the easiest thing to add. You wouldn't mod lower room with a 10-foot pole? Alright, well, I left some open spaces and I set it up so that you can actually use like loot to sort your mod list with my mod list. I wouldn't recommend doing that with Lorim because his is all manually, the load order is set up manually. Frostmere, Dim Hollow. But as far as all the armor mods, I've added all the armor mods to this list. And there's a lot of them. So, but most of them I've changed to ESL. And it's just meshes and textures. And they're not adding new locations or changing landscape or anything like that. So when you start adding new locations and changing landscape, like one that I wouldn't recommend adding as far as followers go would be like Caden. Okay, Caden adds new landscape changes. It's a great follower mod, right? But I know I had to make sure that the landscape changes for Caden weren't interfering with anything else I already had in my mod list. Another one is Ari. Now Ari's adds her pod. So the biggest issue with that is that I had to move some trees that were clipping through her pod. Inigo is there. Love that. Dagon and Lucian. Okay, well I don't use Dagon or Lucian. I do have Inigo. I do have Khajiit will follow, which gives you 4 different Khajiit followers and quests to go along with them. I do have 3D NPCs, and there's a bunch of followers for 3D NPCs. I also have, that looks like a ghost. That's the Headless Horseman. He's going to Rorikstead. Should we follow him? It's Ragnar the Red. When his ugly redhead rolled around on the floor. He's probably going to go right through Labyrinthian and he's going to take off for that. So yeah, I've got Inigo, I've got Setchel, I've got Anya, I've got a bunch of Cold Suns followers. Those were pretty easy to add as far as followers go because they don't have, they're not making any landscape changes. you just need the resource pack, and then you can add the followers. Actually, we can go over there and check them out. Yeah, the best mod list is going to be the mod list you make yourself. And there are some really good options for that too. You can start off with NGVO, which is all your visual stuff, and then you can add your followers and your armors and things like that that you would like in quests. With my list, I went for new world spaces, but I added a bunch of followers, and the armor mods that I'm using are mods that I added on top, but they're easy to add.
This will be a life-changing experience for you.
Yeah, death is life-changing, I guess. So, Remy and Katana are your favorite? And there's so many different options. I mean, I added a few. I wasn't going to add them all. I don't really run with followers a whole lot, so. Although there is another follower we're going to get. So we're going to run over here and I'll show you the followers from Cold Sun that I've added. They're over here at the Bathing Beauty's Luxury Suite. What did Power 3 make? Try modding your own game before, or just not patient enough to perfect it? Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, it depends on what's important to you, you know? For me, it's about details. It's about, I love the forest. This is the Whiterun Valley, okay? And you can see I've turned it into a frickin' forest. Because this is Whiterun right here. But that's what I wanted. I didn't want big old plains and everything, because this is Whiterun.
Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
But I didn't want, you know, I did some town improvements. I did a lot of interior improvements. A lot of JK stuff is in my list. Especially the interiors. Oh, there's my horse. So I would say, you know, it really depends on what you want. Even though I love the armors on Lorum, it's literally the vanilla armors. Better looking. A few added sets, but nothing. For the man's eye. Well, this armor, I mean, it'd be pretty easy to add. This armor right here, quite a few of them. Here, let's tell you what. We're going to take a moment. Let's go inside so we don't get attacked. And then I'm going to take a moment and we'll go through everything that's in Kirax's stuff. Well, how much space do you have on your hard drive? Because you know what I suggest? I suggest doing the same thing I did. And I'll show you what I did. I've got a lot of hard drive space. So I've got, this is my Windows drive. This is Lorim. Has its own partition. Lorim's installed.
Game time.
I've got,
Gotta go all in. Finished.
oh, this is all my Steam games. This is Vagabond. This is the Nico experience, and then also in archives, I've got the Nico experience. So I've got 3 instances of my game, Vagabond and Lorim.
What shall we do with the drunken
You got
Bosmer?
1
What shall we do
terabyte
with the
total.
drunken Bosmer? What
Grab
shall we
grab
do
a
with the drunken
grab an
Bosmer?
SSD and plug it in there.
Morning.
2 or 4 a 4 terabyte SSD. You can add 2 or 3 more lists. So that's what I recommend there. But we're going to take a look now. We're going to go add item menu. And we're going to search and we're going to go Curex. Okay, so the female collection, this is just one mod, the female collection, has all of these armors and weapons. And this is available on Lover's Lab. And you're going to have just a ton of female
I like a
armors.
drink now and then, but don't give any to my sister. She can't hold her liquor very well.
A ton. And you can check them all out if you go there and look. He's got pictures of all of them. But yeah, there's just a ton. Actually, that's the one I'm wearing. So I would say add that mod,
Nice place.
because that's going to
So
give you just
nice
a
and
bunch of
warm in
armors.
here. Shall we stay a while?
All the BDOR stuff. And then if you wanted to add all of the fuse armors, I would add all of those too. Those are free on Fuse's Patreon. And those will give you more diversity. And if you wanted to, it may cause problems, but you could, I mean, what I did was I added the SPID for Fuse's armors so that they'll end up in
This is your
game.
home? Nice
You
and
know.
cozy.
This
Where
has
do I
hairs
sleep?
too. But yeah, you want to talk about just a ton of female armors. There's literally a ton of them in that one mod.
Have I ever told you the story of Pendergast the Bard? How he was really an Imperial spy master and he broke my sister's heart?
Alright, let's go find... I think Ari's upstairs here.
Need something?
This is Fyra, I guess her name is. She's one of Cold Sun's followers, but I gave her some better armor.
I'd better get going.
It's Jaga. It's made
She's
of
kind of
goat's milk and honey.
and this is Ari, but I use a different Ari replacer. And then this is Bliss.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad
She's
to
a
have met
dark
you.
elf that was made by Cold Sun.
Safe travels.
And then Anja's in here too. Somewhere, because I heard her talking. She might be upstairs. But oh no, she's downstairs. Alright, fine. We'll just jump right over that. There you go. Oh, that's not... Oh, there she is. That's Anya.
I had all these plans formulated for today, and then you walked in. So get it over with and tell me how I can help you.
She's a pretty good ice mage. And unfortunately we got too close to the pool. So you auto strip in the pool. Let's see if she doesn't put all her clothes back on when she gets out though. Alright. And then we have to put her clothes back on. Circlet. Cloak.
My childhood was filled with heartache and disappointment.
The boots.
Being a foundling and looking strange doesn't sit
And the
well with
claws.
children. If it wasn't for my sister, I would have been alone.
Alright. Let's go find, and then, so there, I have a ton of followers, but they're not, you know, the ones that added things to the world space were more difficult to put in the game. Ones like Cold Suns are pretty easy to put in the game because they end up being upstairs in a tavern somewhere, just kind of hanging out. So they don't make any edits to the tavern itself. Pretty much. If you have Lorim installed, and does Lorim use the creation kit? That would be the only thing that I think might be a difference. But basically it just requires the latest version of Skyrim from Steam and the creation kit. And then don't make any changes to that. Yes, it does? Okay, cool. Then yeah, you should be able to... it's going to be about 150 gigabytes for the downloads. And you know what you could do? Nah, I don't know if I'd do that. Scratch that. Enter Edition, Skyrim, Creation Kit. Opened it and closed it. Okay, cool. Yeah, you should be able to... It's the same requirements, and it'll... My list downgrades to 1.5.97, same as Lorim. But my visuals are quite a bit different. What time is it? And my key mapping is very different. So F11 will give you the key mapping. And you can change things that you want to change. Most of them you can change through the MCM. Some of them require changing in the INI. But F11 will tell you where everything is by default. And it's not standard because I don't use a standard layout, right? So people are like, well, you should just leave it standard layout. It's like, no, this is a backup of my list that I made for me. I'm just nice enough to share it. So if you want something different, you're going to have to spend a little bit of time and set up your own keybinds that work for you.
Couldn't ask for better weather.
Same quality? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I do recommend people run VRAMer. What's up, Jeff? Just to get the VRAM usage down. Right now I'm pulling 18 gigs worth of VRAM. But I am running 3440 by 1440 resolution. So, and I ran it on quality. I didn't run it on you're from Belgium? A30 keyboards? An American QWERTY? Okay. Well, it's set up for a QWERTY, and like I said, F11 will give you a layout of where everything is, and then you can change things from there. And then if you want to, if you change a button in the MCM, you like night vision is set for N, right? But if you change it here, you can actually change what it's called, change the color, and you know, this doesn't change the actual button. It only changes this map of the buttons. Does that make sense? So where you're really going to have to change it is you're going to have to go into the MCM and you're going to have to go into, so that's night vision. That would be under predator vision. So predator vision is here. I have N for night vision, P for predator vision. You can change these to whatever you want. But when you change these two, you're going to have to change them here because P is up here, predator vision, and then night vision is here, N. You follow? So you'd have to if you change these, you'd have to change it on the map. The map is set up for the default.
Nice weather for a ride.
Ultra settings on low rim, get 50 to 60. Not really worried. You got a pretty good system then. I've got my frame rate is locked at 36 because I'm using this, which is a frame generator. So 4 times 36 is 144. So right now I'm outputting, well, it says, I guess I don't have it locked. It says I'm outputting 152. So, why, thank you. But for me, it's about detail. Right, I like the shadows and the lighting on the grass. I like, you know, the little flowers, the detail on the rocks. These are Cathedral 3D lavender. I think they look good. I've got the first-person animations that will actually, oh, here we go. Harvest the mountain flowers. You'll actually see it in your hand, right? And then if we grab, let's see if we can grab one of these guys. Caught a butterfly. So that's cool. And then I've got where I can harvest like the antlers. So dynamic things. So I can harvest antlers from the ground too. So I've made it so you can play in first person or third person. I mainly play in third, but I did add a bunch of animations for first person. Same eye for detail, Biggie Boss does. All right. Well, I think Biggie was also trying to, like the title says, lore rim, right? So keep it lore friendly. Don't change too much. I've got things like magical jumping, right? I've got things like the crow paraglider. I know Biggie added the paraglider, but I actually have to drop it, pick it back up because I changed paraglider. Because I changed into a different critter. But now I can paraglide, so. But I like the crow. So yeah, more of a power fantasy list. And then I also went crazy with LODs. So let's get a little elevation here, and then we'll clear the weather. And you can see what I kind of did with the LODs. So yeah, like everything's got distant LOD. Yeah, well, you don't have to use the paraglider if you don't want to. I like it. I think it's fun. Mainly, I'm in it for fun, right? I like fast-paced combat. I want like Blade Dancer kind of animations where I'm spinning around and I'm, you know, doing backflips and stuff like that. That's the kind of gameplay I like. So, quest for paraglider on Lorem. Keep forgetting to use it. All I gotta do is jump and press your activate key. Yeah, Lorem, I mean, you're gonna be moving around, but I've got, well, here's a good example. Let's go get in a fight. Should we go get in a fight? Let's go get in a fight. There's a fight over this way. At least I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah, maybe not. Well, for me, only one. I don't use. I only use stock game. So the only EMB that I have going is Rudy. So this list comes with Rudy EMB. And it's a very tweaked Rudy EMB. Like I've added, well, I can show you. I ended up tweaking the weathers. I'm using Kinds Weather and Seasons. So I had to tweak the weathers to work with Kinds Weather and Seasons. The other thing that I added was I added a custom pre-pass. And mainly this is for God rays and skin. But also you can adjust the fake HDR. So if you want it to be a little brighter, you can adjust the brightness here. So if it's too dark for you, you can always crank that up to about, oh, I don't know, 25 or 30. And you'll have a much lighter so let's turn it back down and I'll show you. So I like it at 0, but this is a really easy way to kind of adjust the lighting if it's too dark or too bright, right, for you. The other thing that I did was I added a custom sun sprite, and the sun sprite is, you can tweak all of these. So those are two things that I added to this ENB. It's also using the latest version of ENB, so you got things like moon shadows that Boris added in, and all of your complex parallax stuff is turned on. But yeah, some people may think this is a little too dark, may want to brighten it up a little bit. Like I said, the easy way to do that would be to go into the pre-pass. Where is it? Pre-pass. And go down to this bottom one for exterior and just crank it up to about 30-ish. I mean, if you want it really bright, you can go all the way to 1, but I would say around 25 or 30 would be good. That's going to brighten it up for you. Exterior night is night. It's to be dark. Well, I use Lux, Lux Orbis, and Lux Via. So when you have cloudy weathers like this, it's going to block out some of the sun. If you have, you can change the weather too. This is Proteus. Proteus is built into the system. So we can have clear weather and it's much brighter. This is kind of why I run this on 0. So I turn that all the way down. Because otherwise it's too bright in bright weather But let's try a different weather, you know. Let's try something like cloudy. So that's more of a blue hue to everything. Let's try a different weather. Let's try dark clouds. So that's going to give you almost a brownish hue, dark clouds in the sky. So I went through all these and I tweaked them. Dark blue cloudy. That is definitely dark blue cloudy. Very blue. How about some stormy weather? Let's get some stormy weather going. How about fog? Yeah, that is definitely foggy. So these are the what you can always go through the weathers and see what they're going to look like. Fog variant 1 is more of a light fog. So what? So buttons on ice cream. Watch them slide off. I'm just saying this is how I have it set up. How about storm rain? So storm rain is going to be a darker weather. We need to make our way over by Dragon Bridge. How about storm snow? Yes, there are character creation presets. Matter of fact, if you want to play this specific character that I'm playing, she's a preset. You can take a look at that. So this is Stella, but we're going to go into presets and we'll look at some female presets. So loading presets. These are all the presets I have here. This is a Nord. This is a Nord. Nord. And then I've got a couple of presets in here that I made. So Braylon is one that I made. That's the one that I'm playing. She's got some body tattoos and stuff like that going on. I also made a male one called Dwaylen. We've got Dark Elf. This is another Nord. Imperial. We got male and female. Where's Lucy? There's Lucy. Lucy's got the hair. Yeah, so Lucy was another character that I played. And I just made a preset with her, and I've got it set so you can turn them around in the character creation menu and take a look at them, stuff like that. That's a red guard. So I've got a red guard preset. But yeah, there are presets you can get, or you can make your own. Let's go back to Braylon. I want to change her hair and her eyes. So show me. We have a lot of different choices for hair and eyes. So if we go to eyes and we go to eye color, we have literally 246 different eye colors that we can do. And hexachromia. One eye, one color, one eye, another color. What's up, Violet? We also have, well, let's go to hair. We have a lot of choices for hair. 1,476 choices for hair. So dent hairs, the modular hairs, where you can change the front different from the back. So all the modular hairs are in here. Yeah, Dent's got some nice ones. These are all Dent. I like the braids. Let's like that so we see the hair a little better. That's not bad. Kind of a warrior looking thing. I like it. Oh, we've got ears too. So we can give her ears. So this is Dent hair part. So she's got there, and these are animated. So we can give her ears like that, and they'll actually be animated. They'll change, and then we have to change her hair color. The white. Should we go with ears? Ears and braids. How about the ears down a little bit? Foxy lady. We'll give her the shorter ears. Go with something like that. What do you think? Okay, cool. So we can do random names too. I've got the name randomizer. I added that to the list. But yeah, her ears will be animated. So if we get closer to her, her ears will animate. They'll change depending on what she's saying. We also have Dragonborn voiceover. So
a bit of your purse leaks into mine? What true harm could come of it? Every moment I flush away, staring into your empty soul, is costing me a fortune.
Oh, let's go to the garden. Dropping in. Okay, now we're in the garden. This is Fat's garden. This is actually a mod that I made for a friend of mine. So, for Discord, do I need to accept any rules or whatever? Just play nice. You don't need to accept any rules and stuff. I don't make it so you have to accept. Mainly it's there for people who have questions about the list. We can feed the dog too. Want to feed the dog? Let's feed the dog. So I've got little things like this that are just like immersion things. A little snack? I'll give him some cooked meat. What should we give him? Should we give him rabbit? He'll actually sit there and chew on it. Good boy. Send your character there. How did I do it? Well, you can't. Basically, I only have 2 channels that people can talk in. One of them is if you have an installation issue, and the other one is if you have general questions about the list. And the reason for that is people started spamming shit in all the other channels, and I don't have time to babysit. No. And pictures, same deal. The pictures are pictures of this mod list, period. And they will be pictures I post. So, because people were posting pictures of other mod lists, and it was kind of confusing. Some people were going, well, is that from this mod list, or is it from some other mod list? And I don't want that confusion. So the pictures that are there would be from ones that I posted of this mod list. No harm in asking the question. You can see how her ears are moving around. She's listening to sounds. So kind of cool the ears are animated. You can give her animated tails too. No, it was just one of those things that, you know, I didn't even really want a Discord to begin with. But then they were like, well, you know, if you ever want to be a featured list, you're going to need a Discord and provide support. And I'm like, okay, well, fine, I'll provide support. And then I filled out the paperwork or whatever to become a featured list. And they're like, well, you know, your README's not good enough. And, you know, you don't have enough people on your Discord or whatever. Can't show 30 days of offering support. And I think it was a bunch of BS. So I'm like, okay, fine. I won't be a featured list. I don't care. That wasn't what I was going for anyway. You know, basically I created this list because this is the list I like to play. And I wanted a backup. You know, if anything happens to my computer, I wanted a quick backup that I could put it back in there. And Wabbajack is a wonderful, wonderful program that will do all the patching and everything, you know.
Do I detect a case of the rattles?
So, uh-oh. Somebody better call Gordon Freeman. He's got a head crab.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know it's kind of like, okay, well, fine, you're. I didn't make it for other people. I didn't make it with other people in mind. I made it as a backup for myself. But I decided to share it anyway. So that's what you get. Mid since version 1.0. Like doubling between this list, Aposity and Lauren. Okay. Biggie is very popular and has a large following, including me. I follow Biggie, and I've donated to Biggie because I think he cares, and he produced an awesome list that is stable and well patched, and that has things that a lot of people would enjoy. So yeah, I want to support him, but I also support Ireshot. And Ireshot's list is still under construction, but Shot is doing a great job putting it together and patching it and also making it for the general masses, you know, thinking about things like, is it going to be FPS friendly? You know, and people with medium hardware, are they going to be able to play it? So that's somebody else I support too. And then there's people like Pixel Nate. Now, Pixel Nate plays a lot of different lists, plays Lorem, plays my list, plays, you know, actually one of his favorite lists is Follow On. But I like watching Nate, and Nate is showing people what's out there. So that's somebody else that I'll support too. You know, I think everybody's doing their own thing, and as a community, we're all better for all of that. And the money that I donate to them is money that I get for download points, right? I'm retired. I don't need the extra $30 or whatever it is a month that I get from download points on Nexus for mods that I made. Okay, I didn't do it to make money. I'm not monetized on YouTube. I do this because I have fun. That's why I'm here. I have a good time. We need to go find that tiger. I got busy talking. So I take that money that comes from download points from the Nexus and I donate it. Basically, I buy memberships on other people's YouTube channels. I gift memberships. And then people can have memberships, and then they hang around and they tell their friends about it. And so I'm helping out people that I think are doing good to contribute to the community and making things better for everybody.
Is there any way you'd rather spend the day?
Yeah, well, Shot's a lot of fun. When I first met Shot was using Vortex and had maybe 25, 30 mods installed. So they really took off like a rocket, you know? They embraced it and they fell in love with it. And that's when you're going to produce something really special, is when you fall in love with it and when it becomes something that you want to do rather than something you're, you know, trying to do to make money. When it becomes a passion is when you're going to create something really special. And I see that in Ireshot. So yeah, I'll support that. And Biggie, for certain, Biggie is passionate about what he does. So same thing. Okay, we gotta fight a tiger. We need a bigger weapon. All right, let's get a bigger weapon. Oh, I see flaming tiger. Let's go get him. Dun, 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 dun. So we also have, you notice she changed her grip on the weapon. Whoa, okay. When enemies got close. So we have combat, non-combat animations also. And we have idle animations.
I lose my head.
So we have learned the aspect of fire. So we need to read the Falmer Sigils book. The ears are cute. I like them. So let's read the Falmer Sigils book. So we're trying to do a quest is what we're doing. We're the Falmer. There we go. So now we read our research journal. And it'll tell us about the next one. So the first one was the aspect of frost, which we have, which is the wolf. Second one was aspect of fire, which was the tiger. Third one is the bear. And it looks like it's an open cave over in the rift. So we need to go all the way over to the rift to go get that one. Should we turn into the aspect of the tiger? Let's do that. Magic, aspect of fire. We are a flaming tiger. We have a wolf there. Do we get stuck under this thing? Kinda, sorta. Let's back up a little bit. That flame makes it difficult to see. They're probably not going to like me in the town. M.2. I've got two M.2s that are 1 terabyte each. And then my wife bought me for Christmas. I was going to buy it myself, but she never knows what to get me. So I told her it was something I wanted. She's like, don't buy it, don't buy it. I'll buy it for you for Christmas. So she bought me an 8 terabyte Samsung 3.5 inch SSD. And so that's hooked up through SATA, but it's still good enough to play lists. And I put all my storage on it, you know. Okay, we got to get rid of those ears. Let's do that. Same here for me, my fiance. We never know what to get for each other. So it's like, babe, what do you want? Yeah. Well, I kind of took care of that with my wife. I bought her it's a hybrid Jeep. It's a Jeep Sahara, and it's a pretty like electric blue. She picked it out. So I drove down there with her, and I saved up for quite a while, and I just bought it outright. So she didn't have a car payment or anything like that. And I'm like, okay, well that's birthday and Christmas and Valentine's, and you know, for at least a year, I'm good. Because that wasn't cheap. That was a big expense. But man, she is so happy. She loves that Jeep. And I don't have to drive anywhere. I'm get chauffeured. And she drives that Jeep. But yeah, I picked these up the other day. I went to go see a friend of mine who works at Sports Basement. And I was looking for something like this for a while since COVID hit, because I was trying to stay in shape, right? So I wanted some dumbbells. And so I went and I picked out some 15-pound dumbbells just for staying in shape. And my wife's like, how much did you pay for those? And I'm like, oh, they were like $40 a piece. And she's like, here's $100. You know, that's your Christmas present this year. But actually, she told me it was for like last year or something, you know, because I wanted to get them, but I wasn't able to get them. And so she picked them up. What's up, Sudden? Sudden Strike. So that's kind of how we do things is, you know, when she wants something or when I want something, we just kind of get it. And then the other person goes, oh, well, how much was that? And we just pick it up and go, okay, well, that's for the next whatever holiday that's coming. You know, that's kind of how we do it. So we're going to get rid of the ears. So we need to go back to hair. I mean, they're cute, but not really what I want for this character. So hair, and get rid of the ears. Okay. And then I don't know if I want to stay with that particular hairstyle, or if I want to go back to the one I had before, which was kind of like half braid, half straight. You ask each other. Well, the problem is, I'll ask my wife and she'll go, I don't know. And she'll ask me and I'll go, I don't know. I mean, when you get to be almost 60 years old, you pretty much have everything that you want. And I don't need a lot of stuff. And my computer, I don't really need to upgrade it yet. It's still doing okay. And it'll be okay for another 3 or 4 years at least. So what do I really spend my money on? I take my wife out to eat. We go on vacations. That's about it. Other than that, yeah, I just pay bills. So I don't need a lot of stuff. You know, the older I get, the more I stop collecting stuff and start collecting memories. I need more memories with people that I care about. So I'll go and visit my grandkids, you know. And memories are something that they never go away. So building custom keyboards, not cheap. Yeah, well, I mean, I used to do welding projects, and I used to build firearms, which isn't really cheap either. But I had buddies that, you know, did rat rods, stuff like that, built race cars, and they spent a lot of money doing that, more than I would ever spend. You know, I got a buddy who likes taking his Jeep out and go four-wheeling, so he's part of a four-wheeling club, you know, and they go out four-wheeling all over the place, the Rubicon and stuff like that, and he's always breaking axles and, you know, beating his Jeep up and having to repair it, but that's what he loves to do. So, okay, that's the hair I had right there. Oh yeah, that's her hair. You know what though? Her eyes are a little small. Her eyes need to be a little bit bigger. So, width. And maybe distance between the eyes. Your eyes are too far apart, so spread. Where's the eye? Spread, eyelash, eye depth, eye height, eye spread. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll run with that. Alright. Stella got her hair back. Favorite hobby is origami. Okay. Sheet of paper. Yeah, well, my hobby is modding Skyrim. So it doesn't really cost me anything. Except power. I have to pay for power. You know, but I own the game. And I can... Blender's free. GIMP is free. So... it doesn't cost me anything. Probably the best 60 bucks I ever spent buying this game. Definitely got my money's worth out of it. We should probably drop the paraglider and pick it back up. So that we can paraglide. And let's go get in a fight. Alright, buddies. Here we go.
Never should have come here.
Where are you?
Oh! I took a couple arrows. That
Let's
hurt.
keep this
Oh
civil.
no.
Not scared yet? I'll fix that for you.
You need
Today
to
is a
learn
good day to
some
die.
manners.
For you.
That feels good.
Yeah, you're not gonna kill me.
How dare you strike a god? Rip your guts right out. You despicable creature.
Yes, I am. And we're gonna kill all of you. Oh, we need to heal.
You won't live to see tomorrow.
Ah, blissful
go.
rejuvenation.
Here,
You
let's
won't
go with
leave
the
here alive.
pickpokers. We'll get them with the pickpoker.
You're a fool to get me.
Slide tackle your butt.
Set. I'll leave you in pieces.
We'll go around the corner. Maybe we can get
This
a
will be
couple
a
with an arrow.
life-changing experience for you.
Where are you guys at?
Don't fight back, and I promise I'll kill you quickly.
Yeah, here. Show me.
You're dead! Dead!
Oh, there you are.
Think you're tough. You don't stand a chance against
We got like a bunch of them down here. You're going down.
Best of the best.
You'll regret crossing me, you
coward! I'll have your head on a pike.
Coming to get me, are ya?
Don't get cocky.
Give it
Your
your best
armor
shot,
will look-
Brunt.
Pristine shot.
No! I have enough! Enough of this!
Look me in the eye when I'm killing you. That's your best?
Here! Hurry up and come
So we
at
have OBIS, which is Organized Bandits, and there's a lot of bandits.
Failed.
God damn you!
Hey, no blasphemy in here.
I'll rip your heart out! Ah!
Oh yeah, now you're running away. Why are you running? You're running away and you're hiding. You're dying. All right. Uh-oh. What do we got here? Is that guy just following me around? Here, we're dumping the rocks. Alright, give me a shovel. No. Get a shovel. Where's the shovel? There it is. Oh, you're not going to let me bury him, huh? I just want to bury him. Oh, we gave him the shovel. Alright, fine. Can I get past your tail? There's a bad guy in here.
You're mine!
You're not special.
It's the chief.
Damn you to hell.
Got the chief. Give me the gold. No, no, gold. No, give me gold. Thank you. I wonder if we can... I really want to bury this thing. Because it's just kind of... Being here is a pain in the butt. Well, let's see if I can bury him. Hey! I can bury him. I delete the download folder for Lauren. Supposedly fine, right? Yes. If it's already installed, you don't need the download folder. Same thing for my list, but the only issue with that is if you're updating, it won't be able to find those. So I keep the download folder because I update the list. Yeah, you should be able to do it and see which one you like more. It will have to re-download all the mods when you update, though. Which for Lore Rim or for my list is, you know, it's a 3 or 4 hour ordeal. Ooh, that's pretty. Having a moment. Having a moment. I like it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. How about we get one with just like her head in the... Pretty sky. She's not an optical center though. Now she's at optical center. We'll get one there. Alright, cool. We're a little hungry. Let's eat some bread. Got baked potatoes, a little bit of wine, meat pie. It's installed, yes. Latest update, and Biggie is not going to update till 2025. Okay. Slight hot fixes, really. Okay. I haven't, my updates are getting further and further apart. It's only when I find things that I need to fix. But that's why I'm doing this long play. Werewolf Stalker. Oh my gosh. Really, dude? Alright, well, we'll take you out. The latest thing that I found was I was missing a mod for the quest that I'm doing right now. But you can always look on the Discord on I've got a place down at the bottom where it says ongoing improvements, and that will list what I'm adding and what version they'll be in. So if you don't want to wait for me to update it, you can just grab those files and dump them in there. So survival on games such as 7 Days to Die, but somehow on Skyrim's not your thing. Revamped your channel. That was fun. Cool. I run Sunhelm, but Sunhelm, I mean, if you go into the MCM, so let's go into the MCM, and we'll take a look at Sunhelm. So I'm not using standard survival, I'm using Sunhelm for survival and needs. I was using iNeed for a long time, but I didn't want to add Frostfall on top of it. And Sunhelm gives you the cold, where's Sunhelm? Sunhelm, okay. So the way I've got it set is eating, drinking animations, refilling animations. I generally turn off fast travel. I don't use cannibalism unless I'm playing a Bosmer. But raw meat damage, carry weight penalty, innkeeper dialogues, bottle returns. I don't have the water skin equipped on my player. Somebody's about ready to get killed here.
Go easy on me. How dare you strike a god?
And your little friend too.
I cannot best you.
You're still coming after
Having
me.
fun?
Oh my gosh. Better heal up a little bit. We're gonna get killed.
I'm more than just a
Alright,
pretty
cool.
face.
See what we got up here. Oh, this guy. Okay, yeah. Drink a potion. You know what? Let's drink another one. Oh, we don't have another one. Okay, cool.
That was a cheap shot.
You had some good arrows, though. We'll take those. Fire arrows. Take your gold, too, and your lockpick.
You'll join a very long list.
Get out of the fire. Okay, cool. If I got the list, I could just disable Sunhelm. Yes.
Face it, I'm out of your league. You die now.
So I play with a lot of different things that they're all very configurable through the MCM menu.
You can't defeat me. All hail the Dragonborn.
What are you doing coming after me over here?
Don't you want to live?
Oh, take his head off. Who's the male Nord?
We will sing of you forever.
Wandering Knight of
That'll
Greed.
cost you your life.
We will sing of you forever.
Alright. Well, we're almost back to Rorikstead. Can I just reload a game after death without save corruption? Well, we don't really die. I use Shadow of Skyrim. So what Shadow of Skyrim does is if you lose all your hit points, you end up on the ground. If you have followers, they can actually kill off your enemies and they'll pick you back up. Or if you don't have followers or your followers aren't able to kill your enemies within a certain amount of time, you spawn a ways away from where you were killed, technically killed, right? And they become your nemesis. So it's a lot like Shadow of War, if you've ever played that game. Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. Basically, if they kill you, they become your nemesis. They become like 10% stronger. They're bigger, stronger. They'll steal your items and they'll use your items against you. And you have to track them down and kill them in order to get rid of the debuff and get a buff. So it's kind of a vengeance system rather than dying. So I kind of like that idea. So I don't really actually die. But sometimes I'll get killed 2 or 3 times by the same critter, and they're just way too tough. And so I need to, I'll drop the difficulty level down so that I can actually defeat them and continue on playing the game. But that's pretty rare, you know. You have to get killed 2 or 3 times by the same critter before they're actually too tough that you can't kill them. I also like animated carriages. These guys are having a party. And you know, the cool thing about animated carriages is you can actually jump on them and go for a ride. So that's kind of cool.
Yes?
Same thing with the animated ships. Where you last slept, yeah? Well, you can change that in Shadow of Skyrim. So let's take a look at it really quick so you get an idea, right? So if you come down to Shadow of Skyrim, Shadow of Skyrim, okay. I don't currently have a nemesis. I do have 2 buffs, Troll's Blood and Stalwart Defense. The drop backpacks, I've cleared out all of those, but that's the tracker. So general, whether I have music, objective markers, flavor text, which will say things like, you know, that guy's not worth my time or whatever. The nemesis, they're exclude enemies 10 levels above me. They get 15% more health, stamina, and magicka. They get buffs and player debuffs. So you can turn all these things on and off. Unique names for generic NPCs. Titles for NPCs that are your nemesis. Titles for creatures. So it'll say, like, you know, it'll give them a name. And chance to dropped gear. So it can take shields, rings, amulets, gloves, and you can. So I don't have it take my armor. I don't want to end up being naked, but mainly because I play on YouTube. But you can set all of these values to whatever you want. Minimum inventory drop, maximum inventory dropped, things like that. Where you would respawn.
You're not playing fair.
All right. Well, last bed, but you have situational last location. So we're actually going to see it now because this guy just killed me. So this is Shadow of Skyrim, and it's going to spawn me at the last bed that I slept in because that's what I have it set for. So I should be right there because the last bed I slept in was in my tent. So I have a debuff, Stench of Death, and I lost a buff. But yeah, this is where I set the tent up, was right here. And you can see that I've got a nemesis, and he's got markers up on my compass. So I need to take this guy out. And if I look for this, that's my backpack. This is how I get my stuff back. But if it's a humanoid that kills me, they might be wearing my stuff or using my stuff. So where is this? This dragon is level 62. Where is he at? That way. A couple 100 feet. Let's go get him. So it's nice that it gives you like a marker. There he is. Okay, so I'm going to... He's got a lot of hit points. But we made some really badass poisons. So we're going to poison our bow. Yeah, that helped out a lot. See how much it dropped him? Oh, you're dead, dude. You're dead. So making some really heavy-duty poisons is kind of a good way to deal with, especially a dragon nemesis. And then it says, I've gained new insight from defeating this indomitable primal dragon. Buff acquired is toughness. Buff removed, stench of death. So stench of death actually conjures like little skeevers that are always biting you in the ass, you know, because you smell of death. So. Some thief or bandit might also use your stuff. Yeah. So it kind of keeps you from over buffing your items because you never know when a bad guy is going to use it against you, you know, if they're able to kill you. And you can see it didn't create a save. It just went back to the last bed that I stayed in. Boy, your eyes are really bright there, girl. We never changed it. Let me fix that. I can see in your face. Let's... How do I zoom in? I want to look at those eyes, and then we're going to go to sliders, eyes. What color are we going to make those eyes? That's not bad. And now your eyes aren't all bright. Cool. So I do really like the complex grass and grass collisions. Those are cool, especially when you're like sneaking and you're in first person.
Veiled.
You can see them kind of get pushed out of the way as you're crawling through the grass. Go get him, dog. 116. I'm guessing that's the male. My dog does not like the mailman. And I think mainly it's because the mailman never stops and comes in and says hi. So we got them both. Cool. We want to cook that.
I'll make sure you're well done.
Oh yeah, you're well done, all right. It's 10:16 p.m. here. Oh, okay. So you're 9 hours ahead of me. Because it's like 1:16 here. So here's another thing too, is if I loot this right now, it'll be venison, right? It's not cooked. But fire cooks food. So
Are you scared of fire? You will be soon.
burn it. It's a venison chop. Greenwich Mean Time +1. Okay, well I'm on Pacific Standard Time, so that might be, you might be in the future. Yeah, fire cooks food, brooms will organize things, shovels bury bodies, which is really good for like the dragons and the well, I can show you.
I'll
Oh, hey,
return the
really?
favor.
Oh, you think you're all that, huh? All right, okay, fine. Let's go, bud. So he'll be cooked. So venison chop. So we do that, and then if we don't want this corpse laying around, we can just grab a shovel. This is why I carry a shovel. I don't know why we're carrying a kettle. But we should carry a shovel because now we can bury the body. So it'll play a little animation and it buries bodies. So this is especially useful for like if you have like a dragon skeleton that's following you around the world. That's where we drop the kettle. So some of those are cool. Well, that and brooms organize things. Here, let's go make a mess. Do we have a broom in our inventory? Let's see if we have a broom. Generally, yeah, we do have a broom in our inventory. Okay, so if we have a broom in our inventory, we can go make a mess and clean it up. So we're going to go back to Rorikstead here really quick, and I'll show you. But both of those they're wanking skeever mods. And they're really good. And Dynamic Things is also a good mod. Where you can, let's say I come across a mammoth skull that has tusks. I can actually harvest the tusks from the mammoth skull. Quick question with Untarnished UI. I don't use Untarnished. Yeah, if they're squished, I don't know, you know. Are you... She got really blonde hair. Oh, it's because it's wet. And she's wearing a hood. That's what it is. Alright, so let's go make a mess here in Frostfruit. I'm sorry I don't know anything about Untarnished UI because I don't use it.
Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
So. Hold on a minute, I gotta whistle at my dog.
How do you all live like this?
Alright, we'll see if that called her in. Alright, so if we jump up on the table, we should be able to kick things off the table and make a mess. We should be able to Fus Rodam too. So let's make a mess. We're probably going to get in trouble for this, but we're going to do it anyway. So we just knocked a bunch of stuff off the table and made a mess, right? So now if you look, there's cheese and stuff on the floor, and things are a mess. So what we do is we grab a broom and watch the table. It says finish sweeping. Now everything's back where it was. Because brooms organize stuff. So that to me that's a great mod because sometimes you knock things down that you don't mean to knock down and then they get, you know, stuck in doorways and everything's a problem. So being able to just grab a broom and clean things up is really nice. I'm also really big on like immersion. So petting the dogs.
Another fight. Yes. Until next time.
In fact, we have a voice.
Gently.
Dead wolf. We can also just pet the dog. Good boy. Come off and accidentally make clutter everywhere, yeah. Such little energy today. We have horse muck in the game. So since there's horses on the road, and like I said, it's about immersion, right? But these make good poison, and you can harvest them. We can pick up the horse poop on the road, which is kind of cool. So we got to make it all the way over to the rift. We got to talk to Ezron too. Why don't we go talk to Ezron? That's a bunch of horse pucky. Yep. I also think whoever did this raindrop texture did an awesome job. They're not overdone or underdone. This is a Vivin Rain. To me, that's a realistic looking raindrop. You know, disabled, riding around constantly. Just don't like fast travelers. That's it's not disabled. So I can fast travel. So if I go, let's say I want to go to Swindler's Den, so it'll allow me to fast travel. Okay. But I like to explore, and the way that I have leveling up set, I use experience, and I use static skill leveling. So you can't make 100 gold rings to go up a level in smithing, or go up a few levels in smithing. It doesn't work that way. You could make 100 gold rings and you're never going to get any better at smithing. Okay? The only way to go up a level, we need to make that number 1, make that number 2, make that number 7. Okay, cool. The only way to go up a level is to find new locations. So discovering new locations, defeating enemies, and completing quests. That's the only way you can go up levels. It's the only way you gain experience.
At least make me work for it.
Oh, and the spiders are 5 times as fast too, so they're going to be seriously scary.
Are you gonna be a problem? Don't you ever get tired of this?
Got one over there. Got one over there too. Where you at, buddy? Same in lower room, yeah. 5 times bigger and you'll talk. Hey, 5 times faster, they are scary. You're like, holy crap, because they're up on you in like a second. You know? There is no running away from them. They will catch you.
Time to end this little game.
Pristine shot.
Hey, there's no healing yourself up. Come up and kick you. Steel arrows. Oh, I bet you have. We have a really dark weather here. Either that or it's really late. I don't think it's really late. 5:41 p.m. So yeah, it is getting late. Sun is down. And we have cloudy weather, so it is going to get dark. Let's kick on a little night eye so we can see where we're going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. An hour and 44 minutes in, it's going to freeze up on me right here. Bummer. Well, it's a good time for me to wash my glass out from my fruit smoothie I made. Yeah, everybody drink. Ripperoni. Yeah, 1 hour, 44 minutes. Not too bad. Oh, hi, baby. You can come up and say hi. This is Angel. She's my doggy. She's my protector, aren't you? You're always out there barking at everybody. Barking at the mailman. Such a good girl. Hey, I gotta get up though. Okay, can I get up? Can I get up? Okay, come on. Come on, get down. Go on. Go on. Good girl. I'll be back. Well, it didn't crash out, so I was expecting it to close out. We may have to hard close it. Unfortunately, if we hard close it, it's probably not going to give us a crash log. So let's see if it'll close out. Yep, it'll close out that way. Oh well, okay, so an hour and 44, we had our first crash. Let's fire back up. So yeah, I'm at 1,502 mods in this list. I know you were asking about, had no idea how to mod a year ago. Now you have your own list. True. Very true, Shot. Let's go to new armors here. So anything that doesn't have a number by it here, a Nexus ID. So from here to here, these are all armor sets that I've added to the list that aren't part of the Wabbajack. Actually, the fuse armors up here are all part of the Wabbajack. So I take that back. It's from here to here. Those are all armor sets that I've added. And a lot of these, if you look at them, oh my gosh, I opened up a ton of windows. Oh no! They're all meshes and textures. And Caliente tools, which would be body slide. So, wow. Okay, well, we opened a lot of windows. Because I open windows for everything. My bad. My bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I gotta close all these. But yeah, those are all the armors that I've added. And then I've added a couple other things. Nothing that major though. Nothing that really changes landscape. I think that's where you really got to worry about it. Is if it's anything that changes landscape, adds new buildings, stuff like that. That's what you're gonna have to worry about. Yeah, we opened every one of those. Yeah, vortex. Yeah. Mod Organizer 2, I think is a much better option. Yeah, and Xedit, learn Xedit, learn the creation kit. And like these are all my SSE edit patches. I created patches for perks, music, grass, dialogue, NPCs, magic, water, landscape, lighting, dragons, and miscellaneous. So I created Xedit patches for all of this. Now, if you look at all the list specific patches that I've created here, these patches from here to here, so all of that are patches that I made in the creation kit. And most of those are like changing Dead Shrub 01, Ancient Land, Volvo's Kind Tree patch, me moving things around in the world. Like trees growing out of rocks and stuff like that. Fixing things like that. Nordic tent fix, Perth's house patch. So in Perth's house, some of the walls weren't lined up, so I fixed those. Nature of the Wildlands, Ancient Lands patch. So I made patches for things like that. And Lux via sign fix. So things like that. So yeah, all of that and everything down here are patches that I've done for this list. And that's over and above patches I was able to download. So it is a lot of work to get everything to work together. Also, I've added a lot of new world space. So Beyond Reach, the Shire, Chanterelle, Dark End, Midwood Isle, Worm's Tooth, Skyrim Underground, Moonpath to Elsewhere. So there's just a lot of added world space also to this list. Literally thousands of hours of playtime you could dump into this and still not find everything. So it's got a lot of content. But I like that. I play it all the time. So I'm still finding new stuff I didn't know was there. You know? But we're going to go get the bear, and then we're going to get the Spriggan, and then we're going to go continue the Wrath of Nature quest line. We could probably fast travel over there. Probably might make it a little quicker, but it's more fun to explore things on the way, I think. She looks very angry. Over 2,000 hours in Skyrim in almost 2 years. Oh yeah, it's easy to do. It's easy to do. You know, if I run a stream, you know, every day and they're between 2.5 to 6 hours every day, it adds up. Vanilla Skyrim has a lot of playtime. And if you can always add more content as well. Like Midwood Isle, I had never played through Midwood Isle until just this last year. I didn't know it existed. But I found it and I'm like, oh, that's pretty freaking good. I actually want to add that to my mod list. So now it's part of this Wabbajack. Same thing with the Shire. There's a lot of, I mean, it's not perfect. Midwood Isle I actually created a couple patches for. Mainly land seams that I found. I was fixing the seams in the land, which is creation kit work. Alright, so it looks like we're coming out of the inn here in Rorikstead. This is where we knock things off the table, I guess.
God,
So,
another fight.
can I pet the cat? Yeah, we can pet Ragnar.
Been itching for this.
That wolf's almost dead. He's got 5 hit points left. Xbox at first. So let's recharge that weapon. That one. We can drop that. Let's recharge that one too. Recharge that one also. Alright, cool. So this is the horse muck that we picked up. We'll pick it up again. So let's fast travel. We need to get all the way over to the Reach, which that's a really long run. But the bear is somewhere over here. Where is the bear? He's over here somewhere. Might be Stony Creek Cave. Let's go there. Where the heck are we? Oh, we're at Stony Creek Cave. Okay, I know where that is. Should probably set up a tent. Spend the night. Let's just sleep. None of them worry about laying down. INI files from MCM goes to overwrite. Well, you can't remove them. I put them in the mods that they belong to. So, say I made a change. What's up? You're still smoking? Okay. It's all right. You'll quit when you're ready. So let's say I go in and I make a change to a mod and it ends up changing the INI file and it puts it in my overwrite folder. So I will actually open that up. I'll open up my overwrite and I like my overwrite clear also. But let's say, what do I want to change? So let's change something in the MCM. We're going to do this really quick for Violet, okay? And then we'll get back to the game. So first thing, we're going to make a save right here. And then we're going to change something in the MCM menu. I think your overwrite should always be clear. It's better that way. Okay, so let's change something. What are we going to change? Mod configuration. Let's say we're changing a matter of time. Okay, and let's change the display. So the scale 60%, let's change the scale to 50%. Okay, 50%. Say accept. Okay, cool. And then we want to probably save the game. And then we'll quit out. Quit smoking 3 months ago. Feels so much better. Yeah, you probably can, and you can taste your food now, and your sense of smell came back. In 3 months, you're home free. If you can stay off them for 3 months, you're good. So let's quit out of this, and we're going to look at our overwrite file, okay? Desktop. Yes. Okay, so it says, thanks, I know, I feel and smell better. Yeah. Yep, mine do too. So there should be, that didn't put anything in my overwrite. Probably because, how am I going to put something in my overwrite folder? Anyhow, whatever you find in your overwrite folder, it may be a file that says SKSE or whatever, but you open it up and you'll see what mod it goes to. Find the mod. So in this case, it's a matter of time, right? So find matter of time and just drag it with that window open, drag it from there, drop it into here. And then it will know that any other changes you made to a matter of time, that's where they go. Once you set up that file path by dragging and dropping, it will know where to put them later. No problem. Firing back up. Started smoking cigs when I was 28, you're 32. 50 pack in 2 days, yeah. You thought you smelled it and tasted. You can do that too. You can make a separate mod out of it, but if it's an INI file, I just dump it right into the mod that has the INI file to begin with, you know? And if I ever need to reset it, I just reinstall the mod. That'll reset it. I started smoking when I was about 16 years old, and I smoked until so about 10 years ago, so until I was about 45. And it was a pack to 2 packs a day, every day. I mean, I would literally buy cartons. Because I smoke so much. Smoked all the time. I smelled like an ashtray. I didn't, okay, here's the thing. This is weird. Okay, I didn't think that water had a flavor. I didn't like drinking water because I thought it had no flavor. So when I stopped smoking, I realized water does have a flavor, right? And I could tell the difference between something like Dasani and tap water for sure, right? That's like night and day, you know. But I never realized that water had a flavor until after I quit smoking. I never realized how many flavors I was missing out on. Yeah, when I started smoking, it was $1 a pack. And now they're $10 a pack. It's crazy. When I was a kid, McDonald's had ashtrays. They were little foil, hard foil golden ashtrays on the tables in McDonald's. You could smoke in restaurants. You could smoke in buildings. Some of the first concerts I went to, everybody was smoking in like the Cow Palace. You know, it was just a big cloud of smoke in there. It's like the casinos are nowadays. But yeah, crazy. I worked in buildings in San Francisco that still had ashtrays in the bathrooms. What a stupid idea. You want to know how I started smoking? You want to know a stupid idea? How I started smoking? I'm in my buddy's Camaro, sitting passenger in my buddy's Camaro. He had a 1974 Camaro, like baby blue, right? And we were cruising around. and I see this girl sitting on the front porch a couple doors up from his house. And she's wearing long johns. Long john top, long john bottom. No bra, right? And she looks good. But she's sitting out front having a cigarette. Out in the driveway. So I tell my buddy, I'm like, pull over, dude, pull over, pull over. So he pulls over and I get out of the car and go up to talk to her. Because I thought she was cute. And I didn't really know what to say. So I said, can I bum a smoke? And she said, sure. And that was how I started smoking. Now, her name was Tiffany, and she had a friend named Stephanie. Excuse me. No, her friend's name was Sandy. And so Sandy and Tiffany hung out with me and my buddy Will for quite a while. And she's also the one that got us smoking dope and, you know, drinking and smoking cigarettes and, oh my gosh, all kinds of things. So it was fun. But yeah, really stupid way to start smoking cigarettes. 100% true. 100% true. I started smoking cigarettes to meet a girl. I wonder whatever happened to Tiffany. She was a cutie. Alright, I need to get to where that bear is. We're going the wrong frickin' direction. The bear is in a cave somewhere over here. Let's look at our... Because of your ex, when she cheated on you, never smoked, left a pack of cigarettes on her deck. Breakfast at Tiffany's? Nah. I was young. I was, like I said, 16 years old. And... you know, I still live with mom and dad. She still lived with mom and dad. But the escape was the car. We'd hop in the car and go to the drive-ins, or we'd go just cruising around town. I mean, this was back when gas was $1 a gallon. So we had, you know, maybe a 15-gallon tank. So for 15 bucks, get a full tank of gas. You could just cruise all night. Right? And that's what we did. Now gas is so expensive, you don't want to cruise all night. It'll cost you $100. You know? So you don't do that. What I'm looking for? I'm looking for the darn journal, research notes. Research notes, research journal. Okay, cool. So where is this place? It's in the Rift. Looking for it. The area seems to be within an open cave. Book also states that once I'm near the area, I will know as I feel a sort of presence. Said to appear near the east of Shore Stone. Okay, so east of Shore Stone. It's like modding, right? Quitting smoking is like modding. It's got to be something you want. Crashing? Oh, okay. Well... oh, cruising? Okay. Yeah, we used to just drive around at night for fun. Mainly because we didn't want to go home. We weren't ready to go home yet. So we would just hop in the car and go cruising. You know? So we need to go to like Shore Stone. perfectly fine. I can't cure anymore. Sounds like you got kind of callous towards everything. You're not letting anybody in anymore. Chainsaw engine to your bicycle? That's pretty inventive. That's cool. I know somebody who did that with a weed whacker. They had the weed whacker wheel spinning their back tire. They put it up against the side of their back tire, and they strapped it to the frame, you know, and the motor was actually out where the handlebars, in front of the handlebars, and they would they'd start that up. All right, so there's that. That's Stony Creek. We need to go south. We need to go up the hill. Oh, I did a lot of stupid things when I was younger. They didn't have treatment programs. They had juvenile hall. That was about the best you got. I was lucky enough to stay out of it. Not because I didn't do stupid things. I did. I just didn't get caught. I got lucky. Some of my friends got caught for doing stupid stuff, like stealing cars, you know, breaking into places, doing stupid kid stuff. So we're where we need to be, but where's the bear? It said it's like an open cave. So where is this open cave? It's not Tolvid's cave. Let me find the bear. Where's the bear? He's over there. Let's get a bigger weapon. Come here, little bear. There he is. Oh, he just thumped me hardcore. Oh, and then he ran away. Oh, we got him. In for 11 months. Now we commit all these crimes. Yeah. Well, in Skyrim, you don't get in trouble for them. So. Well, at least not. The daughter is the most important thing. Well, my kids got to know their mother, but I mean, one of my kids was 16, the other one was 14 when their mother died. So, and then I became mom and dad because they didn't have a mother. And I got them, you know, got them out of high school and got them on their own. You never know what you're capable of until you're not left with any other choice. Then you know what you're capable of. You still don't believe it. I didn't think, I mean, I started a business in 6 weeks that grossed over $100,000 worth of business in the first year. But I had to. Because I had to work
It's
from
so
home.
good to see you
That was the
again.
only way I could get my kids to school and take care of them.
What have you got for sale?
So,
Take a look.
and I worked 14 to 16 hours a day, and took the kids to school and cooked meals and did
See you
laundry
around.
and went to parent meetings and the whole, because I was it. Boyfriend of her mom? Okay. Well, then I married a woman who had 3 kids. She started off much earlier than I did because my oldest is 35 and my youngest is 24. And I've got 5 kids and I've got 2 grandkids. What is the Nico experience? You're watching it. The Nico experience is my mod list. It's available on Wabbajack. So it's a mod list that I'm playing right now. It's called the Nico experience. And like I said, you can download it on Wabbajack. You can also check out what's in it. It's load order library. You can look it up there. I always post the latest load order on load order library if you're interested in what's in it. Or you can look at any of my live streams. I live stream it all the time. And you can kind of see what's in it that way. So, working construction, dead after 12-hour. Well, I was a union sheet metal worker for a lot of time, but I took a break from that to start a business that I could run from my garage. Making vape boxes, actually. Custom wood vape boxes that sold for 380 bucks a piece, but was like, you know, $100 worth of material per box. And they were stabilized wood. Because I've done a lot of woodworking stuff too, so. It's totally free to download. Wabbajack is free. And my list is free. Well, you can't charge money for Wabbajack. All of the lists on Wabbajack are free to download and free to use. That's part of, it's part of the agreement that you enter into with Halgari when you put a Wabbajack up there. You can't charge money for it. It's and they're curated lists. By curated, what that means is that I'm actually playing the list myself, and if I find any problems, I fix them, and I do all the patching. And the thing that's different from a Wabbajack than a PDF file of just a bunch of mods, right, or even a vortex of a bunch of mods, is that these are all custom patched. And Wabbajack remembers or knows what was changed on the binary level and can make an exact copy of this game. Exact copy. Let's say I changed all the pillows from blue to pink. Wabbajack would know that. And when you install it on your game, all the pillows would be pink. Because that's what I did in this game. So Wabbajack does it on the binary level. And that's what makes Wabbajack such a great program. Yeah, I worked a lot of overtime. I actually went back to sheet metal after my daughter started college. because she went to a community college. So she actually got her brother on the bus in the morning, and then I started work early. Like I had a deal where I could start work at 6 a.m. and I worked a 7-hour day, so I got off at 1:30. I could get home before my son's bus came home, and my daughter was still in college at that point. You know, her classes were later in the day, so it worked out. She got him on the bus in the morning. I was home to meet the bus when he came home. My son's special needs. He's autistic and nonverbal. My youngest son, so he's a good kid. He just doesn't talk, and doesn't write, doesn't read, you know. He's special needs. But he's a lover. He's a good kid. Good kid. I need paper. Where am I going to find paper? I don't have any. Do I have any paper? So yeah, I've got kind of an interesting family. My oldest son is an ex-con who did 7 years, but he got out, had a daughter, my oldest granddaughter, and he lives for that girl now. He got in the program, got clean, got himself a union job. He's doing great, and taking care of my granddaughter, and married his girlfriend, her mom, and they're doing good. They're doing good. And then my oldest daughter married a guy who's in the Navy, and they're stationed on Oahu. And they have my youngest granddaughter, who's 3 years old now. So we go to the islands a lot because we like to go to the islands, but also because we like to visit our youngest granddaughter as she's growing up. So they're doing good. And then I've got 2 kids that are the same age, my biological daughter and my youngest, well, my middle son. Now, my middle son he's got a drug problem that he's trying to straighten out, and he's in and out of jail. So, but he's working on straightening his life out. My biological daughter just came back from China. She was an English teacher in China for the last 5 years. So now she's back. She's got some money built up. She's looking for a job here, and then going to get her own place here and stay in the United States for a while after living in China for 5 years. So she actually speaks 3 languages. She speaks Chinese and German and English. So I don't think she'll have any trouble finding a job. And then there's my youngest son, who's autistic and nonverbal, and he's 24. So, and I see him every Sunday. I'll see him tomorrow. We go hiking every Sunday, but I'm his conservator. So that's something I'll never stop being dad, you know. And he's in a home, but like I said, I see him every Sunday. I go and spend time with him. So now you know a little bit about Nico. But yeah, Lost Prospect Mine. I don't think I've ever been here. Steel paper from Wizards of Holes. Ah. Yeah, well, when I went back to doing sheet metal again, I wasn't a foreman anymore. I just was a worker. Because I didn't really want to run crews anymore like I had done before. I mean, I ran some crews that were like 20 guys. And that's rough, you know, because you get guys who don't show up or call in sick or, you know, have other home issues.
Make it quick.
Who's this? He's a skeleton. Skill the Grey.
Who is it? What business does it have here? Does it know me by name? I only know it by heart. Skiel the Grey, they call me, but you can call me Horace.
Horace.
As for you, you are the one they call Pesiel the Pink.
Do you have to have a login?
That is my business.
Are you talking for... It helps if you have a premium account with Nexus. Okay? And yes, you need to log into Nexus. So you need to have a login for Nexus. Helps if you have a premium account, which for a month is only like $3. Okay? If you don't have a premium account, you're going to have to manually download every mod. And there's 1,800 files. So that's going to take you a long time. You can do it, but it'd be better to spend the $3 and have it automatically download those 1,800 files. Okay?
Pleased to meet you, Skiel.
I told you to call me Horace. Can't people follow simple directions before running off in all of them?
You're a skeleton. How is it that you can talk?
I'm a skeleton. How is it I can talk? That's how. Listen and repeat. Just like history. Fine history we've got here. Dwarven make, am I right? But I'm sworn to repeat some things more than others. Like, I've got a bad feeling about this. Or, make it quick. And,
Love to try that list. I was 110% sure I'd love to delete my current lower rim save. It's only at 90%. Okay. Enemy of the man. Don't remember his name. Alright, well yeah, secondary M.2 will do it.
Doesn't that limit what you can say?
This is, he's an interesting
well,
NPC.
For variety, sometimes I say, make it quick. I've got a bad feeling about this curved sweet roll from Hammerfell. It all makes more luck than sense, and it's better to be lucky than stuck doing guard duty. Just ask my cousin.
Curved sweet roll, do you mean curved swords? Picked up the common tongue by ear, that's impressive.
Curved sweet roll. Do you mean curved swords?
Like the ones from Hammerfell? No, that's not what I mean at all. Don't question me, I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. In fact, the last thing I remember was hunting and fishing during that one year. You know, the red one.
The Red Year. The volcanic eruption from 2 centuries ago.
Precisely. Wait, 2 centuries? Has it been that long since I've been to the Cloud District? Must have had something to do with that curse. Someone cursed the day I was born once, but a lot of things happened on that day, and now they're all damned. This particular curse was
all right,
hurled
take
at
it
me
easy.
when I was applying to be a court... what's that thing called? With the robes and the beards.
Says 98%? Okay, cool.
A court wizard.
No, that's not it. Not enough bells on their hats. In any case, I was applying to be a court... something or other. A significant other, perhaps. Significant given the time. There was a sprinkle of gloom dust in Morrowind, but I knew my act in a warm fire would get that chill out of the air.
What do you mean by a warm fire?
Well, specifically, I would juggle 3 fireballs. Then I would fling them over my head and swallow them one by one as they fell. Then I would make a face, as if I had ingested something incredibly hot. Then rush over to a flagon of water and douse it on my head.
That's really funny.
Yes, first era comedy at its finest. Now, I didn't claim to be the best jester in Morrowind. My cousin's flatulence had that honor. All I asked was for a fair chance.
Oh yeah.
Thus, I was lucky to be standing on the crenels of Fort
I
Pelagiad
use
when a great belch could be
Melandril,
heard in the distance, and
which
stars
is
rained
like a
from the
Bosmer
sky.
treehouse.
I
It's
witnessed
a
so much
huge,
chaos.
big red
Houses on
tree
fire, Heads on fire, people running into each other, that sort of thing.
So that one's
I
really
almost had my
cool.
face, too.
I took you,
Hilarious.
well, you probably saw the Iliad Palace is another one that I have installed. Staff of Shalador you get from the beginning, which is a staff you're carrying that he's interesting to talk to. So if I go into the Staff of Shalador is a player home you carry with you. It's a lot like House in a Hat. So I can just jump into it any time. And that's where I'm at now. And if you look, this is the first floor, but the first floor is actually the ceiling of the second floor, and the second floor is the ceiling of the first floor. So if I look over here, you'll notice that there's an enchanting table on the ceiling, right? But if I go through here, that enchanting table is now on the floor. And then the alchemy table is right there on the ceiling. So it's kind of a neat player home. And then here everything's sideways. So it's kind of a cool house. And then there's, of course, Bathing Beauty's Luxury Suite is another big player home that you own. But this has everything you need in it. And this staff weighs 8, and you carry it with you. So there's a smelter in there, there's an oven in there, there's an enchanting table, there's a cooking pot, there's a bed, lots of storage, a couple of mannequins. I wonder if I have any paper in here. This is my trash container. Let's see if I got any paper in here. I got baskets, bread, cast iron, clothes, Debella statue, Dwemer stuff. Do I have any paper? Inkwell, jug, flute, plate, pot, quill, roll of paper. We'll take those. Cool. That's what I was looking for. So I should have come in here to begin with. All right, so now we need to read a book that is called Old Tome. And then we'll read Falmer's Sigils. And that's translating the 4th part of the Old Tome. Now I read my research notes and we'll know where to go. So that was the first one, the second one, the third one. The last one is the Spriggan, Aspect of Nature. 4th part of the tome was about an ancient spirit, southwestern part. So he's up at Roadside Ruins. I know where that is, over by Falkreath. So that's where we need to go. Homes like Henderheim. Henderheim, no. Tundra Homestead, no. Golden Hills, yes. Now, Henderheim is not part of my list because it interfered with some landscape edits. So it was either keep the landscape edits or keep Henderheim. And so I took those out. Now, the second one that you mentioned, Tundra Homestead, is removed because it clips with the Bathing Beauty's Luxury Suite. And I couldn't see having 2 of them right next to each other, right? So Bathing Beauty, if Whiterun is behind you and you're looking north, well, not really north, I guess you're looking east, and you've got the Tundra Homestead there. Just to the right of that is where Bathing Beauty's Luxury Suite is. And Bathing Beauty's Luxury Suite is a huge, huge house that has a lot of really cool stuff in it. Like, it's got all the mannequin rooms that you can actually put suits of armor on the mannequins, and then you can talk to any NPC in the game about their outfit and give them any outfit that you've set up in that room. Now there's 5 rooms and there's like 30 mannequins per room. So that's 150 different armors or clothing that you can set up that you can give to any random NPC just by talking to them. So that's really cool. It also has, you can fast travel from any home you own back to the luxury suite and vice versa. So teleport pretty much. Here, I'll take you there. Because we need to go down south anyway. So we're going to go to the luxury suite. Dragon's Reach, here's the luxury suite. We're going to fast travel there. Basically, a ton of... Well, there's a few other ones that are Creation Club content also. Like, you know, a guest for dinner, and you can have the... And then Mirror Watch is also included. And the guest for dinner one is kind of like a vampire place. But you see, this is... Here, let me clear the weather up so you can see a little better. Okay, so that's Dragon's Reach, right? And so the Tundra Homestead would be right here. This is where it would be. But I removed it because we have... Oh, we've got an outhouse out here. So you got an outhouse with a chitter. But you have this home here that's right next door. This is the residence for the luxury suite. To that 110%? Okay. So this will have beds in it and beds for your followers. So like this is your bed. And it does have like a cooking pot and entrance into the rest of the luxury suite through the basement. So you can go down here, and down here is where the rooms are that I'm talking about. There's 5 of them. I only have 2.5 filled up. So there's another bed down here, but this is what I'm talking about. What room is this? This is room 5. I don't have anything in there. 4, 3. You've got all of your shrines. And then you've got, of course, your alchemy table. You've got, these are basically cheat chests where you can add whatever you want. Or soul gems, leather, potions, if you want to use them. You can toggle that on and off. But you've got your tanning rack, your workbench, your sharpening stone, your anvil, your blacksmith forge, your smelter, your, you know, enchanting table. You've got all of that here. And you've got followers here too. But this is the rooms that I'm talking about. Let me go to one. So these are all mannequins. And whatever you put in the chest, you can save. And then when you talk to... You can talk to anybody. You can give them any armor that you've put in here that's on these mannequins. All right, take off. You don't have to stay. I could talk about my list all day long. But yeah, my list isn't going anywhere and it's free. If you want to give it a try, give it a try. There is some FAQs on the Discord that I recommend reading so that you know how things work. She took her shoes off again. Darn it. Yeah, there's 6 people watching right now, which is, you know, that's cool. We're going to go get this Spriggan. They're over by Falkreath. Only we should really go in the daytime, so why don't we go lay down and take a nap. I always enjoy gaming. Thank you. I like you too. I think you're cool. But don't tell my wife. Oh. She'll try to steal you away from me. So let's sleep until probably about 8 a.m. Yeah, okay. Well, no problem. I got time. That's why I live stream, right? I live stream so that if people have questions, I'm here to answer them. Also, if they just want to hang out, that's cool too. I generally take care of whatever work I got to do in the morning, and then I play in the afternoon. So that's what I generally do. Oh my gosh, everything is... Oh, I use unlimited rings and amulets also. You can choose not to do it, but it does help offset some of the difficulty of the list. I can drop one of those. All right, cool. Good night. Sleep well.
Excuse me. I'm assuming that armor you got rid of wasn't an accident, but just in case, I wanted to make sure I could take it.
Yeah, it's yours.
Consider it yours.
Thanks. I'm going to go put it on right now.
I dropped a ring. Cool. Go put it on. Should we take Ari with us? We've got Chiska. This is Ari. Norelian and the white file.
I've been thinking about Norelian and the White File.
Yes, me too. His story has given me a lot to think about.
What's up, Gears?
I hope we could give him some peace.
Yes, it's strange. We spend our lives chasing what we believe will complete us. Then one day, we wake up old, our life already behind us. Always feeling like we never had enough time.
What have you been eating, Ari, that you don't feel so great?
What?
Okay, so she's not following us, so that's cool. This is Bliss. She's actually a pirate, I think. Pirate captain, queen, whatever. I do like Cold Sun's followers. They're cool. Anja's way overpowered, though. She freezes the crap out of everybody. Alright, so we need to get over to Falkreath and take care of the last... we have peacocks. Where's my horse? There was a mod called Dude, Where's My Horse? But we have this.
Behave.
There's my horse. Alright, let's go. So we got to get over to Roadside Ruins. Hopefully the weather clears up. It's kind of nasty out right now. What dock? Well, let's hope the weather clears up. Here we are in Riverwood. Alright, this is too dark for me. This weather sucks. Okay, there we go.
Over here.
Yeah, see ya. We're just gonna run past you bandits. Banditos.
Never should have come here.
Never should drink light beer? What? Well, we kind of want to go this way. So we're trying to get to Roadside Ruins.
Let's see what you've got.
Watch out for the goblins down here. Welcome to El Nalta. Looks like we've got a dragon and some swans and a boat. Looks like we got a cart. Some soldiers. Hunter? Falkreath Watchtower. Freebie horse we could steal. Another cart. That is a dryad. We don't really need to fight the dryad. We're going down the Roadside Ruins. Just down here by Falkreath. Alright, so we probably want to get off the horse.
You better be worth the effort.
And get a weapon.
I will not stop till you're dead.
And we're going to the Roadside Ruins. That's a big bad guy.
Don't make me laugh. The skoom has gone to your head. You're boring me.
Who's the little guy?
Are you gonna be a problem?
Another little guy. And a boar. We got somebody else out here too. You die, she dies, everybody dies. Okay, so now we need to go back to where Danica Pure Spring is. And pray at the shrine. Speaking about praying, we haven't prayed in a while. We should probably pray to our deity. No longer feeling stressed. 64.5%. Not bad. Alright, let's get back on the horse. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Turn around. Back to Whiterun. Speaking of which, we should probably throw a save right here, just because. Those arrows are nice, but man, they're fugly. Some better looking arrows. There we go. Oh, more horse poop. You picked it up with your hand. Should we? Should we? Should we? Sure. Let's go. Buzz the boat. Buzz the swans. Buzz the bad guy. Fruza. Down by Riverwood. Up over the hill. Through the trees. Wait for the grass to show up. There we go. And let's land right here. And then we'll go talk to, well, not to Danica. We're going to go pray at the shrine of Kinnereth. Yeah, it's taking longer and longer to load. Filling up that save game file. Still loads. Just takes a while. Okay, let's go talk to the Shrine of Kinnereth. We're going to talk to the ghostly aspect. She's going to tell us about somebody who needs our help. We're going to fix all your rugs first. Tell you what we're going to do. We're actually going to we're going to throw a save right here.
Huh?
The Herald.
Greetings, mortal. I am the one they call Avilable, a herald of the sky goddess Kinnereth.
I love your
I have
haircut.
come before you in her stead. It has been brought to our attention that you are able to commune with the spirits and borrow their powers through a life pact. Then consider yourself blessed. The spirits do not normally commune to just about anyone.
Why is that?
This kind of power is supposedly held by only one individual at specific regions across Tamriel. What the goddess had foreseen has already been set in motion. Indeed, a being who wields this power eventually becomes a champion of Kinnereth. A dark elf named Adros Arvel currently holds the same power you do. Adros had a very dark and cruel past before being brought to the light of the goddess. She thought that by saving him from his mournful existence, he would be able to forget all the cruelty and suffering he had witnessed. She had hoped that Adros would be able to change his fate and embrace the light. But her vision held true, and now Adros is slowly growing dark and malevolent from the hatred he has kept deep within his subconscious.
What's this got to do with me, man?
Champions of Kinnereth are bound by a strict moral code. Although the goddess allows free will, she tries to extend her influence upon the world to maintain order. You are to serve as that influence. The goddess frowns upon unnecessary violence. Perhaps you may learn how to deal with Adros by some other means, given that you now share the same gift. Very well. I will show you where Adros dwells. We will speak again soon. May the light of the goddess shine upon you.
How's the pain? Any better?
It's not as bad as before. I still can't get a good night's sleep.
Alright, so now we gotta go find this address. I know where he's at. He's at the very western side of Elenalta. He's got a little camp set up there. And he's kind of an a-hole when you first meet him. There's the sapling.
Are you still working? It's a fine day with you around.
I wonder if we got any sleeping tree sap. Let's talk about your outfit. What do we got in cloth?
Crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
Barkeeper, casual. Let's trust you in the fine clothes. Nice. Casual.
Casual.
Spare a coin for a poor old beggar.
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven.
Put her in Nocturnal's robes. How about priestess robes?
Shiny trinkets for your good lady.
A few seconds from
How about the red and white?
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
What about the rust one? That's not bad. Let's go back.
I ain't asking for much, just a few seconds.
How about a wedding dress?
Wedding dress.
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven.
Farewell. And why shouldn't I? Just because I'm a
She
gray
looks
main
good in
doesn't
the
mean
wedding
I can't
dress.
earn my own keep. I didn't mean. I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah, we're leaving her in the wedding dress. There's actually some really nice dresses that we should probably get and set up in one of the other rooms. They're part of Divine Elegance. Or should we go talk to Adros? He tells me to come back the next day anyway. He said he's kind of an a-hole when you first meet him. So let's set up some dresses in the luxury suite. We'll pick out some really pretty dresses. We can set these up in this first room over here, I think. Well, this one's pretty full. So this is room 2. Let's find room 1. Where would that be? Because that's room 2. Okay, this is room 1. Alright. Add item. Search. Divine Elegance Store. Let's start in part 1. Alpha Rogue. At Morian. I need the red one. Do the black one. Blood rain, boots, butterfly earrings. We can, okay, so gold blue, gold purple. Got the cowboy stuff. Dandelion. Okay, here's the dresses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Alright, well, the vampire. Purple. Nice coats too. So we're gonna need shoes. Kind of like this one. Elven dress. Silver, blue. Silver green. All right. So, no. No. How about we do this stuff first? And this is Beauclair. Helps if you have that turned off. Okay, so that would be that one. Nilf Guardian with double A's. All right. This takes a little bit of time to set up, but worth it. So this is DETTLAFF. And this one is Alpha Rogue. And this one, just working our way down the row. At Morian. So let's just do the ebony. Don't know if I spelled that right. Okay. Okay, so that's Avalanche. AVALLACH. Okay. Now we start doing dresses. So we've got Amber Antique. Nice. This one is going to be Crimson Queen. I'm only going to do one room. Envy. Now Euphoria. Ooh, Kiss of Darkness. We're doing that. Nice. Queen of Warm Sands. Yeah, it's a pretty dress. So we're putting some pretty dresses in here so we can give to the girls. That's what we're doing. What else we got? Moonbound. Peacock. Tender Poison. Ooh, I like that one. It's green. Your new phone set up. It's nice. Well, what'd you get? Is it an iPhone or is it a Samsung? What'd you get? I'm just setting up armors, so talk to me about your phone. Green. That one's kind of nice. Lady Oriana. Pixel. Cool. I've seen the Google phones. I've never used one, but Lady Oriana Blue. How do you like it? You said it's pretty cool. That's nice. What are we going to put here? I've always had an iPhone. My first one was an iPhone 4. I'm on a 15 now. But I've only had 3 phones in my... Well, actually, I take that back. I started off... I had a StarTAC flip phone was my first phone. And then I got an iPhone 4. And then I got an iPhone 6S. And now I've got a 15. But the only reason I upgraded was because... Aqua. Because I needed iOS 16. So... Ball gown, royal blue, ball gown red. Let's do the royal blue. Well, it's a ball gown. It's got to be... Oh, royal blue. What do we got here? The 6S, yeah, my 6S was great. I'd still be on it if I didn't need the new operating system for the apps I'm using. You know? I actually replaced the battery in it. I had it that long. So I got to learn how to take them apart and replace the battery. iFixit makes good stuff. So, dress decor, I like that one. Ooh, Elsie, dark purple. I like that one, dark wine. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. .3D touch. You know, with the new phone that I have, I like the facial recognition is nice. Sometimes my finger wasn't, you know, moist enough. If the fingerprint reader wouldn't read on the 6S, which got to be annoying. Then I'd have to type in my password, you know. At least with the one I have now, I just look at it and it opens. So I like that. It's convenient. Means if anybody steals my phone, they're going to have to cut my face off. Let's hope they don't. That's a pretty one. Elsie Gold. That's a pretty one. Okay. So that's about all we got a bunch of dresses. Okay, cool. So now we want to close the door. And we want to save. So it says 18 file, 18 outfits saved, 5 complete. Okay. So now it's saved. So now let's get out of here. We're going to dump off everything else we're carrying. That's too heavy. All right. The elven dress would be a nice one too. We'll do that later. Alright, that should be good. We're out. Alright, let's go find our other Wrath of Nature guy. We're gonna give her a dress though. Talk about your outfit. Amber, Crimson. Let's put her in the Crimson Queen and see what she looks like in that one. Oh.
Until next time.
Not bad. Too dressy though.
What do you need, my friend?
We're gonna talk about your outfit again. Trudy. Kiss of Darkness. Oh. Tender Poison. Royal Blue Ball Gown. How about Dark Wine? Actually, the Royal Blue one looked good with her eyes. She's got blue eyes. How about the gold dress? Yeah, the best one was the Royal Blue. Yep, that
right,
matches your eyes really nicely. You look good in that. Okay, cool.
It's so nice.
Dum dum dee 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 dum dum. All right, what time we got? It is in the PM. Means we better set up a tent. We're gonna do this in the day. So let's set up a tent. We'll go talk to this guy, and then I'm probably gonna save and quit out and go barbecue. Because I got a barbecue tonight. Cooking up a couple of ball tips. Should be pretty good. That is a small food. Alright. Let's sleep. Alright, let's go find this guy. Running past the peacocks. Speaking of which, cool. Let's take a little flight. Why? Because I'm hungry for ball tip, and I know it's going to take an hour to cook. So, well, more than an hour actually. So I got to sear it first. Under the willow. Oh, 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 oh. It's gonna... I'm guessing I filled up the VRAM. Well, that might be a good place to quit. Go barbecue. Probably. Yep, I think that's a good place to quit. We're going to quit there and we're going to go barbecue. We've been going 3 hours, 32 minutes. We did have 2 crashes. One, we were flying around the world really quick, so it probably filled up in the VRAM. That was this last one. The other one was just a lockup. It didn't actually crash all the way out. But that happens. 3.5 hours, not bad. Until next time, people, have fun. See y'all later. Peace.